All right, Trisha. Again, I just start from the beginning, and you say what you want to say, and don't say what you want to say. But where were you born and raised?
I was born in Huntington Beach, California,
Oh yeah,
SoCal,
yeah,
Surf City,
yeah. Sure.
and every 4 years there's a surfing competition.
No P
Ma-
Pro.
oh yeah, mass people, lots to see. I love people watching. It's pretty fun,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and it's like I've seen people from all over the world,
That's right.
all over the world, including from the coldest Arctic. I'm like, what do you got? I tell one of them, I asked one of them, I said, what the hell are you doing in Southern California, man?
Yeah, yeah.
It's warmer than the Arctic.
That's right. And tell me about your home life. What was that like?
mm, wasn't very good. Because mom had me very, very young. She was a teenager,
How old was she?
15.
Wow.
And dad was 19, but I only met him once. He went into the Air Force. My whole family's military, mostly Marines.
Yeah, yeah.
Especially Grandpop. Grandpop was a Marine, 45 years.
Yeah. So your dad went to the military at 19, and then
That was the only time I ever met
you
him.
never met him.
I met him once. I was only 3 years old. See, my life was bypassed childhood. Boom. Because mom had me so young. I was up and taking care of everybody because they had addiction uses.
Yeah.
Especially mom. I love my mother. And I was helping her at a very young age. Here I am, a 60-year-old child, taking care of a child myself. But, she did all right with me. She did all right. But when I was very, very little when I came into the world.
Yeah.
But let me now.
Now, did you have any brothers or sisters?
Yes, I am. She has 2 from her first marriage and 3 from her second.
And you guys all grew up in the same home?
Same home, but same mom, different dads.
Gotcha.
And with mom, she taught me a lot of things about learning about. My mother was basically, my grandmother used to say, survivor, because mom took care of me very young. Mom raised me in low-income housing and all that. And, she taught me about respecting people's spaces and boundaries and all that stuff. And, my thing is, my mother was not the greatest on the planet with me. It reminded her too much of my father. I said, I used to tell her back, I should say, because we're mostly we're like sisters.
Right. 15 years apart.
Yeah.
Your sisters, that's right.
And it's like, I was just getting tired. When I meant by tired, I stopped calling her mother at 15.
What were you calling her?
Roxanne.
By her first name?
Yeah, she hates that song from the police, go figure. But, she's, I didn't like her comparing me with with my brother and my sister from her first marriage that much. I didn't like it. It made me feel small.
Yeah.
And, I always told her, I love you. Mom, I love you. The reason why I try to help you is because I love you. You're my only mother. And I try to get her into rehab programs at a very young age. I was like a 7-year-old kid.
So when you were just a little kid, you knew your
Yeah.
mom was using and...
The whole family was. Oh my God. Aunties, uncles.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I grew up in that environment, that's why.
That's all in Huntington Beach?
Well, yeah, pretty much Orange County area.
Gotcha.
And, but when my mom got married, we went to LA area.
Gotcha.
And, it's like I was trying to help her.
Yeah.
As time went on, it's like it really started to hurt me because, here I am helping mom. She's mom. There's been times when I was like an 8-year-old kid where I stayed home by myself because she was working 2 jobs to take care of me.
Yeah.
Living in low-income housing and whatnot. Taking care of me. I mean, how many teenagers as mothers or fathers would do that? I love her all day, every day for that. But it's the abuse that I could not take from her. It was more than enough. It was verbal and physical. And I got tired. Because it wasn't right and fair for me, because Grandpa did that to her. Yeah. And I did that to my brother. He was my buddy all day, every day, each and every day. He liked to antagonize me sometimes. Do stupid crap. but I hurt him a lot.
Your little brother?
Yeah. You know, he's not my little brother anymore. He's 6'4".
Sure.
and
when
it says 13 shoe. I don't know how the hell that happened. I call him my big little brother. Go here. We go get groceries at a grocery. And I said, bro, I need your help. He goes, with what now?
yeah. Well, what part of LA did you grow up? Where were you at?
I grew up, I was born and raised in Huntington Beach, but when she got married, we moved to, what do you call it?
Because LA's a big place.
I know. In Baldwin Park, West Covina area. That area over
West
there.
Covina, sure.
And it wasn't, because see, as me being so young, I learned how I was, be observant. Like I said, I was already my past childhood, I was already an adult.
Yeah.
And I knew at the age of 3 he was not going to be good for mom. I grew up, I didn't have any childhood friends or anything like that because all I knew was adults.
Right.
A child taking care of adults.
Right. Who were doing a lot of drugs
and it's like I got tired of that. He was mom was like his punching bag 24/7. I can deal with that. I can deal with that. I can dig. And when she had the 2 from him, I was taking care of them at the same time. I was worn out.
Yeah.
I am a big music fanatic. I am big on journal writing. I started at the age of 9. I did it for a reason. I walked in this little 5 and dime shop and bought me my first journal at the age of 2.
Now you just did that on your own because you just needed to get
Correct.
process.
I was an 8-year-old kid.
You just needed to get stuff out.
Correct.
Yeah.
And
Just instinctively.
right,
Interesting.
because it helped me a lot.
Yeah.
And I was seeing a child psychiatrist.
Gotcha.
He was pretty smart of you. How'd you do that? Got tired. And I, as the time went down, it was like a chain. I got tired of him of doing bad things to my mother a lot, and me, and my tribe. My big side of the family. It's like you go to grandma's house, you better take a number for the bathroom, because there's a lot of us.
Yeah.
But I did not like what her first husband did to my mom, and I went AWOL.
Tell me about
Oh
that.
my God, it was bad. She was like black and blue, patches on her face, everything. I said, bro, are you kidding me right now? Are you kidding me? You're gonna pull a kitchen utensil on me. And I turned it back on him. So by the age of 17, I had 4 assault 1 convictions. Because I got tired of his crap.
Yeah.
I got tired of him treating the whole entire tribe like crap. And I believe do unto others as you would do unto you, because it is in the good book. The mighty Jesus says this. Love by me as I shall love by you. And none of it was a recurrence. I mean, it was bad.
Yeah. So, when did you get out of that situation?
When
and how?
Okay, I had gotten some help. I was locked up for 2 years in the California Youth Authority.
Gotcha.
And it was the biggest prison and mental institution for teenagers.
Gotcha.
I am so glad and blessed that I also got their help.
At the same time.
Correct. And, it taught me a lot. And I'm happy because, I don't want to become older. I get employment and whatnot. And I do the same things to go off on my coworkers and boss. So mom raised me around the restaurant industry when she was in her teens. And so I never left. I never left because I love her.
And so you never left the restaurant industry?
Correct.
Gotcha. So you just worked in
Yeah, and the kitchens and whatnot.
the kitchens, gotcha.
And I could tell when she was hurting so bad. Yes, she did retire from FedEx after 35 years. And she always liked to bake and do all the baking.
Yeah.
And she had a beautiful singing voice. But she was hurting really bad. Because she was abused.
Yeah. Well, did she eventually end up getting out of her
Yeah,
situation?
yeah, she did after 11 years of bad out of hell.
Yeah.
Oh my God, man. was like, dude, bro. That's what I was telling him. I said, this is mom.
Yeah.
This is my mother.
Yeah.
And that's why I always tell people out here, or anyone, I said Latinos and Puerto Ricans, we're very big on respect, period, bottom line. Bottom line. And, when we believe in hospitality, guests always come first in our houses, in our homes. And never say no to grandmom when it comes to the second plate of food.
That's
I see? I know these things.
So another question, Trisha. So when you got out of that correctional, what was it? What did you call it again?
It was the California Youth Authority. It's really big.
So when you got out of there, what did you do? Where'd you go?
Okay, I went off for a minute into a. I'm glad they taught me a lot because I needed that. So I could take some of the stuff that I learned by myself, being around that environment, and learn it and correct myself even more when I was locked up. I had a PO that was very kind and willing to help me too as well, because he seen me and wanted to help myself as well. At the age of 19, I never finished school. I was so in school, but I made good grades. For some strange reason, I went to the art, honor roll. Because I'm very big into music, like I say. And I'm glad I can take those challenges and what I've seen and what I've been through and just take a look at it. Just take a look. That's why I tell people, just look. Because it's always around you. And let me tell you, that's why when I listen to people argue, fuss, or fight, I can't deal with that. I can't. Because I grew up around it too much.
Yeah, right.
And it's like, you could take those things and learn from them. I'm glad I did, because when I came up here from LA, I went back in '94 when there was some of the old school Seattle.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of help for people. I was like, oh my God, what is this place? And there's.
Well, what brought you up to Seattle, number one? From LA?
Number one is like I said, music.
Oh,
music industry.
Nice. Were you involved in the music industry?
Yes, I was.
What were you doing?
I became like an intern for KNDD The End, the radio station back in the day. And they used to call me the little pest. I loved it though. I was very high energy.
Yeah.
Very high energy. And, it was a great scene. I mean, I befriended really closely with Soundgarden.
Yeah.
And I was friends with Ben Shepherd for a long while. He ran the Hazelwood down the street over here. That was his. He sold to one of his friends, and he lives out there in Birmingham.
Yes. So in '94 you came up.
Yeah, I came up here in 1994.
With who?
Huh?
With who? Who'd you come with? Okay.
Myself.
Oh, nice.
And the ticket at the time was only $85 from Anaheim, California, all the way up here.
Yeah.
Now it's almost $200 over here. Times have changed. Greyhound tickets get more expensive. And I only came up here with $900 in my pocket.
Right. And to get into the music industry.
Well, I did it at first, but I thought my main goal was the restaurant industry.
Oh, sure.
And there's certain requirements in California where youth can work, but some of it had to be with parental consent and whatnot, especially working in the hotels and whatnot. See, I had to have parental consent because I was always so interested in the hotels.
Yep.
The hotels are fun, but I'm glad that the twins, the brother and sister, that showed me we're an organization. I said, "What's an organization? What's a youth organization?" They go, "They don't have this down there in LA. Very slim pickings. You don't get resources down there very much."
Gotcha.
Because there's a lot of people down there, a hell of a lot, and there's hardly any resources down there to get help. And now times have changed to get the help, and it's very sad. It hurts me a lot. See, it's a Ballard Bowl. I remember it was nothing but an empty concrete slab and odds and ends things for them to skate on and whatnot. You can see behind the QFC, the library used to be over in the west side before it moved on over here on the corner.
Yeah.
And I was offered to do a barbecue and raise money for the bowl. That was the skate bowl was mine.
Did you? So you did it? You did it?
Yes, I sure did. But my friends are bugging me half to death. They're all skaters. and one couple lived in Hawaii for a while. He was also a Marine.
Yeah.
And he had a son.
Yeah.
He goes, "Oh, come on, MT, work with me." Okay. God forbid, man. and he goes, and I was glad I did it.
Yeah. Well, speaking of kids, did you ever have any kids or anything?
No.
married or anything?
I was in a relationship for 14 years, but I messed that one up. Because my temperament. And I know I did wrong. As I can admit I did wrong.
Well, it's what you grew up with, right?
Yes.
That's what you learned.
Yes. And, you know, the English are Hawaii's allies. The French and the Polynesians. And that's where he was from. He was from Nottingham. And it's like, when he did what he said, he just loved to eat. And I was like 480 pounds at the time. He didn't care. He was as skinny as a rail. But he ate me. Over here. Oh my God. Sounds like my cousins. I'm the oldest out of everybody, that's why. It's just funny when I look at my cousins and say, guys, you have a hollow leg or what?
Is your mom still alive?
Oh yeah, she's 65, man.
She's in LA?
Yeah.
Well, your mom, oh, that's right, because she's only 15 years older.
Yeah.
Of course she is.
And she has 2 from her first.
You're in contact with your mom?
No. Because I got tired of the abuse again.
From her?
Yes, again. And it was too much.
Sure.
She's got 2 from her first marriage.
Yep.
And, it's very, I didn't understand the concept, but it breaks my heart very highly that I can't, well, I'm living in the family. So, hold on, wait a minute, you guys. I helped all y'all out. I never did anything. Never did any drug on the planet until I age 41.
Oh, yeah, that's late in life. Tell me about that. What happened?
My place out there in Northgate turned into condos. Go figure. For Amazon and Google. Yay. But we weren't too thrilled. I lived in that house for a long, long time, man. All of us worked in the restaurant industry. We had a blast with each other. In the middle was the rooming house, part of the house for rooms. 2 apartments were upstairs, but the owner owned it. Really nice, super nice guy.
Yeah.
But he didn't want to sell the building because, but they turned it into condos for Amazon. We weren't too happy with that one. It's like, come on, man, really? We were protesting about it because we didn't want to leave the house because we know each other for so long.
Sure.
And it's like we became like a little family.
Yeah.
And that's why they always say, Ahana, you never be forgotten, never be left behind. You need one stitch. That's what I have, my little stitchy. And it's when I went down there, got the relocation money from the rental office. I went to go crash at my sister's house. She has 3 kids, 10 years younger than me, same month, 4 days apart. It's funny. And the same month, so close. That's her mom. But it wasn't the greatest. But when I was first introduced to meth, it's because my sister put me in that group home environment, and my roommates were using. I'm like, oh, what's that?
Curiosity.
Yeah. And when I first took my hit, I got hooked.
And you were 41.
I wish I never started. I've been a mess for a long time. And it's a very scary drug that time. Because I would see things that people won't scare the ridiculous over me.
Yeah, I bet.
And, crows and ravens are related to each other. And, sometimes the crows would freak me out. Right? When I used to be really hard onto it. But not as much now. That's driving me nuts.
Yeah.
But one
so
thing,
is meth that's your drug
that's
choice?
that's my only one I've ever done in my life.
And so when you're 49 now, and so you started at 41 and have been
yeah,
going
it's
for a
bad,
while.
bad. I've been wanting to get off for a long time. Now that I am, I'm very happy.
Oh.
I work with the Downtown Emergency Services Center program called the COPE program. They work side by side with REACH, and I need to get off of this. I've been begging for help for so long. And it's not a very healthy drug. It's not a very nice drug.
I wouldn't think so.
No, it's not. It's very evil. I mean, the reason why I say it's evil is look what this is my hands.
Yeah.
I nick it. It makes me scratch it inside out, and I gotta stop.
Yeah.
And I have not been out here. When I lived in my unit in Magnolia for 13 years, I know how to. When I first had it in my apartment, I know how to maintain because I was so busy doing everything else.
Working and everything, yeah.
Yeah, I had to sketch a lot too.
So how long ago did you How long have you been on the streets?
8 months.
8 months? That's
Yeah, 8 months.
That's not very long.
No, it drives me nuts 24/7. And it really does. My caseworkers know that.
And so where were you before? At the apartment in Magnolia?
Yeah. And I was at those little tiny houses, and I went to one. I was like, damn, man. I keep telling the front desk people and the bosses, say, look, you guys are the Low Income Housing Institute, and the REACH programs, they were going to alongside with you guys. You guys are all affiliated. So I don't know why you guys are getting intimidated when we need outside help. They run all the tiny houses in the city.
Gotcha.
And they didn't like it when I protested.
Yeah.
So I can't go back.
Oh, you got banned?
Yeah, because I was protesting. Because the reason I was protesting, like, come on now, really?
Yeah.
Are you serious? Shut up.
Yeah.
It was boring.
Yeah.
I don't say boring, I say boring. It's like the everyday subjects. Can we change the song on CD player, please? Can we go to the next subject?
Yeah.
My uncle used to say that to my mom, to my godfather.
Yeah.
He goes, Roxy, can we flip the page already? Can we move forward? Please? God forbid. And my cousin, she used to tell her, Roxy, is there any gas in your car? My cousin did it. It was a little smart. She's very spicy.
Yeah, that sounds like
she straight to the point. And my godfather was the one who basically took care of me. I miss him a lot.
Godfather, yeah.
Yeah, my mom's brother. But I enjoy our conversations with. He's a very odd one at times, but he was an alcoholic for so long, and how he kicked his alcohol habits when my cousin had her daughter.
Gotcha.
Her daughter, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, Uncle Grandpa now, huh? He says, don't push it. Okay, Uncle. That's funny as hell.
Trisha, is there anything you want the people of Seattle to know?
I need to get back into housing. I miss my home. I miss working. This is not me. This is what I'm down to now. And I don't like it. Start getting stolen, everything every day. It was all my clothing and everything, from my apartment and things. And it's very sad that I can't even get prescription glasses. That, everything's cut back on me, everything. I need a home again. I want to rent again. I want to go back to work. I want to get clean so bad. My caseworker's having another appointment for me to go in and another assessment. But I just want to get clean and sober so bad. This drug addiction of mine, it has been hitting me for a long time. And I don't like it the way it makes me feel. I don't like it the way it makes me look. And it breaks me down a lot. And someone, Fatu means heart. I have a headache, but Fatu has a heartache. I just wish I never started this mess. I'm like, and it's very sad that I listen to some of these jackasses out here 24/7. I can't hold it in no more. I'm not gonna sit here and listen to any whatever man out here tell me to keep my mouth shut, because I won't. I will speak, if you will. And I'm not going to tolerate that crap no more. It takes a toll on you after a while. And me staying awake at all the hours of the night and everything, and playing with it, it's taking a toll on me too. Being up for days, not sleeping. So it does to you. And it brings a living dead out of you. I'm just sick and tired of being sick and tired. I don't want to be down the road at the age of 50 doing this damn thing again. That's what I always say. Why don't you get to know somebody first? It's like, great grandma, she says, come to me, come, bring your steps to me on my doorstep. And show me love in the world. And she didn't like judgment, that's why. And there are people that do that a lot.
A judge.
And it hurts a lot. Okay, I was out here at one point for almost 7.5 years. And I didn't like it. I hated it. And I'm back out here again. It's driving me nuts. You know, it's like, I tell people, don't pass judgment on me, please. I was like, we were just meeting for the first time. And just open yourself up to others like I do myself. I go near the QFC. We just can't sit on the little wall of the, yeah, we can't sit on the little wall anymore. Oh my god, it was bad. Because everybody out here on the block, on the planet, goes over there and does it. But see, I've known them for so long. For like a couple of years or so. But see, I showed them love and respect. And they did the same for me. That's all it takes. And so what? People still give me the Snickers and the stairs and the ouches. Doesn't hurt me. Because when you do that to you, when you bring that out, you're only hurting yourself. You're not hurting anybody else but you. When you do things like that, I just overlook it.
Trisha,
Huh?
thank you so much for sharing your story.
You're welcome,
I
dear.
appreciate it.
Yeah. You know.
I'm gonna grab that little mic off you,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna take a couple photos, and that's it. Thank you, I appreciate
You're
it.
welcome. Yeah.
Okay, let me grab that. Sick and tired of being sick and tired.
That's it.
Interesting.
Try walking in my shoes. You stumble in my footsteps. Keep the same appointments I get. I'm not looking for an absolution. Forgiveness of the things I do. But if it comes to any conclusions, try walking in my shoes. You stumble in my footsteps. Keep the same appointments I get. I'm not looking for a clear conscience. Forgiveness of the things I do. But if it comes to any conclusion, try walking in my shoes.